Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake Chats 2017. Well, these are very, very powerful times, and I don't expect that that's going to change very much. And I'm very glad for that. But I do want to explain how I'm using the energy and what's happening because I want to do that. It's my gig. I'm finding that daily life is a lot more magical. That it's very spontaneous. That some of what happens is really not even doesn't really even feel like choice. Some of it, and yet I do see the crazy benevolence in all of it, all of it, all of it. And I will tell you, since the eclipse, there have been some really big life changes that I've been praying for. And since the eclipse, there's been this one thought that's been coming back and very strong. I usually get it when I'm driving, but I'm getting it, now, upon waking. They would always talk, the teachers always talked about these 3 days of darkness. 3 days and nights of darkness. No light. Either light or day. And after that, well, nothing artificial would remain. I talked about that, didn't I? Pre-eclipse. Nothing artificial would remain. And it's only been the last couple of days. It's dawned on me the answer to that non-question. Oh, nothing artificial will remain. Driving around town, getting it like a lightning bolt. Only love is real. Wait, hold on. Nothing artificial will remain. Only love is real. Oh, holy crap. It was like that. And I've had people in my reality, yeah, they've said other things, but they've been sort of, I don't know, punctuating their talks with, hey, remember the truth here. Things are actually really good. Things are actually really gentle. Things are actually really loving around here. Hey, like that. And then the conversation goes on to whatever. But unexpected sources doing that. They don't even probably know the messages that they're giving, but the messages sure do hit home. Hey, it's time to remember what's real. Hey, wake up. Stop thinking about Trump. Stop thinking about the government. Stop thinking about those things. Hey, nothing artificial remains. Only love is real. And this first layer, whenever I think about the first layer, it's a really good model. The first layer is how I feel about me. In this moment, it's a grounding thing, obviously. Grounding into this beautiful, fleshy spacesuit, putting my feet on the earth, or my ass, or whatever. Breathing. That miracle alone is worth something. Second layer is how other people feel about themselves, and concomitantly, how I feel about myself around them, either in their consciousness or in their presence. Third layer, projections. When I'm in the first layer, I see that indigo sky. I see myself as a galaxy. I see gold planets spinning. It's quite stunning, but it's right here in front of you. I'm feeling it and thinking it and seeing it and breathing it as I'm talking to you right this minute. And my face is unrecognizable at this point. Unrecognizable to me. And I'm speaking as an elder, you know. An admonition to me to just be happy. To me, to the one who can see galaxies as her vision blurs and she is blissed out with the mere hint of a thought about God. I liked what Magenta Pixie had to give all of us the other day. When the team said, here's a little exercise for you guys, because there's going to be a lot of information coming. It already is beginning to happen. It's already obvious that there's so much going on. I can't even keep up. I can't even, with the news and Facebook too. It's all crossed wires now. It's just crossed wires. It's very obvious what's going on. It's very obvious the resistance to reality. So there's so much disinformation and misinformation and confusion and So in these times, what they suggested was, and I did it a couple nights ago. It was really intense. I said my name. My birth name is Kathy, and I don't really resonate with any of my names, birth or chosen. And they mentioned that in tape. Well, if you don't resonate with your birth name, you probably resonate with your magical name. I call it my soul name. My birth name is Kathy. And you feel that. Get into a good meditative space and then try it, I suggest. My birth name is, and feel your body. Feel it ring. Feel it. If you have a soul name or a magical name or a name that really you resonate with and you know it's your name, my soul name is Magartha. I'm in my core. I'm home. I know who I am. I can remember. And I can feel it. Then I tried, as they suggested, a fake name. So I tried, my birth name is Jennifer. Nope, it's up there. It's out there, to the left, out there, and it's a projection. It feels different. It has a different feel, and it's outside. My birth name is Kathy. My soul name is Magartha. So that was really helpful, and they said then you can use that. Let that be your yardstick. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. So that was very helpful. And realizing that everything that's happening now is it's magic. So this idea of a team or some group or entity or I don't know, being or angel or higher self or whatever is not just out there as a lone entity, dependent, is the weave, is the matrix. That's what that is. Only love is real, and nothing artificial remains. So I watched, for some reason, I found myself watching the last few episodes of Wilfred and needing to watch the final up to the end this morning. This is all just precursive, so just hang in there, hold on. And then the series finale. I'd seen it before, but I hadn't really gotten it. I knew it was important. But in the end, the main character, Ryan, feels better and feels whole and feels ready to begin once he realizes that this entity who he's been talking with and getting counsel from for several years, who takes on a life of its own, but appears as a simple dog to everyone else. This entity that's changing Ryan daily, breaking open his reality and making him laugh, doing outrageous things, making him do outrageous things. What a relationship. And then in the end, realizing that, bigger things were always afoot. That this dog that he'd always seen talking to him, much like the movie Harvey with, Jimmy Stewart. Same idea. An inanimate object or a normal, everyday thing, or in the case of Harvey, this unseen force that only one person can see. How real is it? It's not real. No one else can see this. It's not real. And in the end, Ryan realizing, oh, yeah, it's real. It has a life of its own. And the only way that I am unhappy is by pushing it away. And yes, it makes me different from other people. Yes. And that's great, because now I'm happy. It was just a perfect way to start this day, because I woke up with these big realizations that, I really have. I really do have the need for people in my reality admonishing me to be happy. Because I did succumb to a great depression and a hopelessness and a powerlessness that was, in the end, just crushing. Because I didn't want to believe in magic. And I didn't think that I was magic. And I didn't want to really, I was coming to terms with all of this. If anybody has seen Wilfred, you might understand. But the last couple days, I'm just moved with what I am and what I've done. Sometimes it's still, I can't believe what I've revealed, and other times I can't believe the impact that this might have on other people, and I'm such a bad person, and on it goes. I've upset the apple cart in everybody's reality, and everybody's... No. I'm a freaking walking miracle. And it's really okay to speak. So here's the thing. I was watching Wilfred, and many times that magical dog said, and also his friends and other people, I just want to see you happy. And I've had people tell me that. And here just lately too, it's like, can't you see I'm happy? But I want you to be happy. But here was this magical dog looking at his owner, Ryan, puzzling it out. What would make Ryan happy? What would make Ryan happy? And in a flash, I realized that's my group. That's my team. That's my soul. Who's in front of me? Scratching her head, looking at me, wondering what's going to make her happy. And I'm now, this morning, I'm willing to believe. I really am. That there is a force out there that really has that as the question. Today and every day. And believe me, I sit and cry sometimes because the things that I actually need and want because they would make me happy aren't in my reality. And I don't know how to get them. So I work on self-improvement. Yeah, I'm as improved as I'm gonna get. If you don't like it, well then, I guess you don't like it. Let's move on to somebody who does. I don't want to see snarls. You don't like me? All right, bye. At least I'm there. At least I'm not trying to convince those who don't want to be around me that they should stick around. Fine, you don't want to be around me? See ya. I wouldn't want to be ya. Because I got a team keeping track of what's going on around me with the people around me. They know what's going on. And they know how to make me happy. Who knows me better than my team? My team led me to Wilfred this morning, gave me incredible dreams last night and profound thoughts this morning, and has delivered a number of messengers. It's real. What's real? The magic, the guidance, the benevolence, the love. It's truly the only thing that's real. Being in a incredibly violent domestic situation as a visitor, witnessing such insanity, such interpersonal brutality, such profound misunderstanding, feeling all of it, feeling crushed physically from the pressure, and looking out the window, taking a moment out, going to the frickin' bathroom. Thank God. Going to the window, looking outside and seeing a tree. And I began to breathe. My body began to loosen up, untense. And I thought about what I had witnessed that morning. The Olympian grade insanity. It's not real. Holy shit, none of that's real. They're mean to each other. They cause each other to suffer. All they want to do is love each other, and that's the opposite of what they're doing. None of it is real. None of it is real. None of this is real. Well, I'll tell you what, it's freaking physical. It's physical. It takes a physical toll. And I know that it gets to a certain point where you either you stay in it and you die, or you get out of it and you live. It's that simple. And it's a choice. It's a life and death choice. And it has to do with your thinking, where you've got your consciousness positioned, what you're willing to speak, what you feel it is imperative to say. And, I really had to look at that. I had to really confront my own selfishness and fear and pushiness and all of that stuff. I had to accept that I myself have that within me, the capacity to harm another and the capacity to be so selfish and scared. But in the end, that's really all it is. It's just fear. It's it's being counterintuitive. It's doing exactly the opposite of what you know you should. It's a virus. It's not, it's a malfunction. It's not real. Love. Only love is real. And for me, nothing artificial remains. Nothing unreal remains. I like it. So I'll live my magical life. I will say, since the eclipse, wow. It's only been a couple of days, and yet there are already big physical life changes. Have I said that? If I have, it bears repeating. Already I see the changes, and they're all very loving. I can trust this. I don't think that it's possible. I've realized most of my life, I don't think it's really very possible to love someone if you don't respect them and you don't trust them. I think that love is an energy. It's a condition. And if you've been in it, then you know. It changes everything. And it's as magical as an imagined dog or soul. But it has to exist. It does its best work and can truly exist when there is respect and trust. And sure, there are certain things that are more respectful and worthy of respect and more trustworthy than others. But getting back to that first layer, do I respect myself? Does this action emanate self-respect? Do I trust myself? Do I trust life? Do I respect my life? Do I respect my walk? When those things are in place, then love of self, of course, is there. But love is an energy. It's what we're made of. It does its best work in an environment of respect and trust. It can't be killed in a disrespectful, untrusting environment or person. It can't. Like the sun shining, We all know the sun's going to come up in the morning. We all know it's going to set at night. There are certain things that you can argue, but why? So these are my thoughts this fine morning. I'm really pleased with the changes that have occurred, and it's this swirl of hopelessness, powerlessness, giving upness, just being tired of people, feeling let down, feeling disappointed, all that. Well, that's not real either. It's not very loving. It's somebody who's been banged up pretty bad, who's just needing love. That's all. That's all. That's all it's ever been. For me. So I appreciate you listening, caring. And if you have bad thoughts about it, just keep them to yourself. And if your thoughts are kind and respectful and helpful, then please bring them on. And for those who do reach out and say thank you, you'll never know how important that is to me. I don't get a whole ton of mail. I do this on my own, just walk through my day thinking I'm a freak most of the time. Having to generate myself the feelings of intactness for doing this. It's true. So, I thank you for looking in. It means more to me than you'll ever know. Because I can't express my gratitude. I don't have words. But you're the reason I do this, you know. We're in this together. Do you want to know why? It's because only love is real. Far from being an indictment of humanity or an anger show, these have simply been love letters. That's it. So, my magical pets and my magical face and body will now depart, and I'll go do my thing. I got a great day planned. Busy, positive, and good. In Bartok, he looks, okay, to end, he looks like a seal point, right? But he's not, he's just a raccoon. I got if my dad is watching, hey, look at, the coon came home. When I was a girl, I was a babbling toddler, and we had a raccoon that would come visit, and I loved that raccoon. And I love raccoons. I just really dig raccoons. They have little hands. And I guess the raccoon died or whatever. It didn't come back one day, and I was very sad about that. As a toddler, I'm sitting there with my dad, babbling, blah 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 blah. And he said he always liked that best. It was like we were speaking our own language. And I looked up at it and said, Daddy, I miss the coon. Well, the coon came home. Bartok is our coon. And I know that has, I mean it as a raccoon. I love raccoons. So, Bartok is our little raccoon. And as soon as I told Sam that, I think that he looks like a raccoon, it's like peals of laughter. Hell yeah, that's what he is. He acts like a raccoon too. I just wish he could use his hands, his paws like hands. Then I'd be completely satisfied. Alright, so I'm going to believe in magic. I'm going to believe in love. And I'm going to believe that anything is possible today. It's been easy for me to lose hope because I have lost friends and people I love. They don't want to come with me. And I've had ruptures, and it's made me really sad. And it's made me feel like I don't think I'll ever find people who will just love me freely, that they don't exist. But that's not really true, and it's kind of mean to all the people who love me freely, don't you think? So I don't think I want to focus on the people who don't love me freely anymore, because it hurts. Because I give my love freely, so freely. It's the only thing that feels good. So, when there are a lot of rules and a lot of ways for me to do it wrong, I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to. Because only love is real. How can I do that wrong? All that's left is love. And this deep sadness that I just want to be able to give more of it. I want to really feel it and experience it more and more and more and more and more. And I'm sad for the love that is no longer in my life. But look what I've got. And it's a promise of more to come. All right, I gotta go. Have a great day. Namaste.